Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Isaiah, and in this video we're going to talk about how we made over $800 this week. If you're new to the channel, this is an income generating account where we sell puts and we sell calls. When you sell a put, you're agreeing to buy a stock for a predetermined price, and when you sell a call, you're agreeing to sell a stock for a predetermined price. So I'll give you a live example here. I have ARRY $6 put. That means I'm agreeing to buy ARRY for $6 per share. And because I agreed to do that, they paid me $19 per contract. I have 3 contracts, and that is right around $56, $55, whatever it is, or $57, sorry. $57. I got paid $57 just to agree to buy a stock that I like for a price cheaper than it's currently trading at. So selling options, in my opinion, is the best way to generate passive income. And in this video, I'm going to show you on our Excel file our every trade we made this week, as well as the dividends we collected, and our running total for the last 25 weeks. And before I jump over to that, I will show you my trade history. You see we do have $192.69 about to hit the account today. For dividends, I will drip them into ULTY on Monday. I have 3 contracts expiring worthless. 1 Riot. I agreed to buy it for $9 a share. Unfortunately, the stock ran too high. I try to roll every position I can. That's when you change your expiration date to a further out expiration date, and you get paid another credit. Really, the only time you can't do that is when the market runs up or down too far. And in this situation, the market ran up. Bull markets are tough on put sellers because we want the stocks to stay down or flat. But Riot and Iris Energy, I've been playing Iris Energy for so long. I mean, literally a couple years now. And this stock ran up to $16.23. At close, I agreed to buy it for $8 per share and $7.50 per share. And of course, the market's not going to let me buy it for that when it's currently selling it for 16, 17 bucks. So unfortunately, I couldn't roll those positions, but that's okay. That'll be about $3,300 back in the account of buying power, because when you sell a put, they're called cash secured puts. That means the market holds your money in collateral. So the $9 put, there's 100 shares for an option contract. That means I have to give the market $900 in collateral. So now that we got all that out of the way, let's look at the account total. $60,736. The account is close to $61,000. This particular account has not ever touched $61,000, but I guess if we stay in these bull markets, it'll continue to grow. Like I said, I want to pull back. I want to sell some cheaper puts. I think it'll come, but it just takes a little patience. So now let's jump over to our Excel file so we can look at all our trades this week. Okay, let's take a look at our Excel file. Here is our week in review. As you can see, our total $829 collected this week. That is just amazing. Our goal is $600 per week, which is 1% of the accounts. But this week we had a great week and we collected $829. So let's look at the first column, the column labeled stock. Those are the ticker symbols that we played. The second column, B, are the credit amounts we collected. Look at all those credits rolling in from selling options and some good money from dividends. And then finally, play. So rolled CC. That means I rolled my covered call. Like I said at the beginning of the video, covered call means I'm agreeing to sell a stock for a predetermined price. And when you roll it, you're changing your expiration. I like to go 30 to 60 days out for my rolling. And I collected another $90 for this stock, just simply agreeing to sell it for a predetermined price. I sold a cash secured put on TSLL. Tesla's taken on some hot water. Numbers aren't great. Elon's kind of doing whatever he wants to do, and because of it, Tesla has taken a little bit of a beating. So TSLL, a double leveraged, was down low enough where I decided to sell an $8 put. Got paid $55 for it. Can't beat it. I rolled a couple Rumble positions, RUM. It's the same concept as the covered call rolling the cash secured put. You're agreeing to buy a stock for a predetermined price, but you're changing the expiration. So I didn't feel like buying these stocks this week. I decided to roll them out another month, get paid another credit, and maybe next month I roll these out again, or maybe I, let them expire worthless, or I let them get assigned. Who knows? Possibilities are endless. I rolled quite a few positions. We did open up 3 new plays. I already talked about one, TSLL. The next is Comp. We collected $80 for that. And the last one, AMC. A movie theater, $3 put. I sold 2 of them, collecting $60. It's hard to pass up. As I said at the beginning, when you sell a put, you're agreeing to buy a stock for a predetermined price. You have to give the market collateral. So the $3 strike means I'm agreeing to buy it for $3. There's 100 shares in an option contract. So 100 times the strike price, which in this situation is $3. I had to give the market $300, and I sold 2 contracts, so double at $600, and I got paid $60. That's a 10% gain for a month. That's not bad. And AMC under $3. I am not the biggest proponent on AMC. I definitely don't think it'll ever have that big run up again. But I do enjoy the movies, and I think they have just enough potential to stay between that $3 and $4 range. So I'm okay with owning it for $3 a share if I were to get assigned. When you sell a put, you're agreeing to buy a stock for a predetermined price. And at expiration, if you don't roll the position and it's currently below the price you agree to buy it for, you get assigned, which means you buy it for the price you agreed to. So not the highest of expectations on AMC, but I think it can stay between, like I said, $3 to $4, maybe the $2.50 to $4 range, and that total is perfect for me. So I do think that that's a good price range for AMC. Before we go to our running total, let's jump over to our dividends tab here, if I could click it. There we go. So this week we collected $261 in dividends, 192 of that from ULTY. We hit our 2,000 shares goal. I don't plan on investing any more money into that, at least not at the moment. I probably will change my mind on Monday, but at the moment I'm just going to drip in the $261, which get me like 90 shares, just about, a little bit under. So that's not bad. Close to let's see, let me think about that. So not 90. I think more like 60 shares. Sorry about that. So closer to that. And then YMAX got paid $69, 518 shares. I'm not buying any more YMAX. I'm just taking my dividends. If we scroll over here, we can see YMAX we've collected, second column there, $2,084 now. And ULTY we've collected $1,787. But every week that doubles, and this week tripled our YMAX investment. So that will definitely catch it before long. And then now let's finally go to our running total tab. Boom. Over 25 weeks, from January 20th all the way to July 11th, we have collected $19,130. And if you would include in our first 3 weeks of January, I'm well over $20,000. But as I've said in every Friday video, the reason I don't include that in there is I didn't start showing my trade history till January 20th. So for that reason, I'm not going to include those totals in there, even though, like I said, it would put me over 20,000, make it look even better. But I'm fine with this. As I've said, our goal is to collect over $600 every week. And as you can see, over the last 25 weeks, we have not been under $600 once. This 829 was our highest week since March 24th to the 28th. $829 was our biggest week since March 24th through the 28th. We collected $1,100 there. That was that 1 week where everything kind of really tanked. Amazing. Sold options. Great time that week. It also did a little bit in February on the 24th through the 28th. You'll see that right there. $1,200. So, $829. The biggest profit week we've had in about 15 weeks. We were close on week 22, June 16th to the 20th. We collected $824, but this 829 is more, so it's our biggest total payout in the last 15 weeks. So that's awesome. But if you scroll below that, you'll see the weekly payout. That takes that $19,000 and divides it by 25 to get an average per week. So over these 25 weeks, looking at all the totals and credits collected, we would average $765 per week, which is, multiply that by 52 weeks in the year. That is $39,791 we would collect if we would do this for 52 weeks. If we stayed at the same, we might have bigger, might have smaller, who knows? But almost $40,000 collected in a small to mid-sized account. That's a lot of income being generated, and it's consistent, as you can see. 25 straight weeks here. I am very transparent. I show you my trade histories pretty much every video. The reason I do that is I want to make sure we're all a part of this journey together. I'm not trying to sell you on some idea. I want you to sell options too. I do have a Fiverr course where you can sign up and learn how to sell options. It's not a financial advice course. It's an educational course. Obviously, I do show you every one of my trades when I make them, but that's not the goal of the course. The goal of the course is for you to learn how to sell your own options, understand the terminology, and build your own list of stocks to sell options on. I also have a Twitter. I'll put the link in the description below. And I do appreciate every one of you. Again, it means a lot to me that you take the time to leave comments. As I was told by a person who was giving me tips on growing YouTube channels and stuff, make sure you always remind your viewers to subscribe and like. So if you would, subscribe, like the channel. It goes a long way for me. It's free for you to subscribe, and it benefits me. As I've said before, my goal is to turn this into a YouTube channel where I can generate passive income from. And then once I can actually start doing that, I will start keeping an Excel file for that as well, so we can all document that journey together. I don't have enough watch hours. You need 4,000 watch hours to get paid for the ads. I have 2,000, so halfway there, and we're growing a little bit every day. So I am extremely grateful, and I am enjoying this journey together. What I want to know in the comments below, what options are we selling next week? Who's got some exciting new plays? A lot of the plays I've picked up over the last couple weeks are plays I've learned from some of my friends on Fiverr. My goal for us all is to build our own lists, and it's fun to hear what some of the other people are playing. I look into them, like what the company's doing, or I use the company and I sell options on them myself. So we can all grow together. Let's continue to succeed, and I will see you in the next one.